Hey guys, this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a movie review for Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a very anticipated movie for myself, I'm sure for a lot of comic book fans and just movie fans. So for the first half of this review, it's going to be non-spoilers, so I'm just going to tell you guys my thoughts, what I liked about it, and then the second half will be spoilers, so I'll warn you guys when the spoilers come. But with this movie, we get to see these outlaws all coming together to fight for one cause, and that is to defeat Ronan and somebody else. I'm not going to say who. Ronan is definitely a puppet in this, but there is another character that's the head of him. So we get to see that they don't like each other in the beginning. The characters are Star-Lord, Gamora, Groot, Drax, and Rocket, which we all know as Rocket Raccoon. So we get to see all of these different characters with different personalities come together, again, not liking each other, and then of course by the end liking each other and becoming the Guardians of the Galaxy. And that's pretty much the whole movie. What did I think about it? I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I love the tone of the movie. I love the 80s/70s music. Ooh Child being in that is like one of my favorite songs is Ooh Child. So having that and becoming like one of the jokes for the movie, love that scene. And there's just some really classic music there that just fit the tone of this quirky movie. And that's the best way to say for Guardians of the Galaxy. It has this quirkiness to it, of course with a Marvel mixture with all the comedy, but I loved how quirky it is because that's who these characters are. They're not Captain America, they're not Iron Man, they are kind of C-list characters, and finally maybe becoming A-list characters because of this movie and because of popularity. Just walking into the movie, I heard little kids saying who would beat Hulk and Groot in a fight, like who would win. So it's interesting to see Groot and Hulk being these two characters that kids know now. It's really interesting to see what Marvel's doing with that. So yeah, and I think what I loved about this movie the most is that I'm not a big Cosmic Marvel fan, but I really enjoyed this movie. And that's especially because of just the characters coming together and really shining on screen. The actors did a great job for all these characters, giving them a personality, which I didn't even think was possible for Drax, because I've been reading the Marvel Now comic. That's where I started reading Guardians of the Galaxy. And I have to say, Drax just did not have a personality for me, and I didn't expect to like his character, but Batista gave him a personality in this, giving him a backstory, not knowing different, I guess, Earth slang. It was really cool to see that he's a little bit, a little bit gullible in a way, Drax. So there's a great quality to each of these characters, and I think everyone could find their favorite in this movie. So yeah, I think, again, just everyone really came together. But what didn't I like about this movie? There really isn't a lot that I didn't like. Again, I think the effects were really good. It's a great first movie for Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sure it's going to get even more epic by the sequel and just get more into that Marvel mythology with different things going on here. So I'm sure that's going to happen. But it's just a really fun movie. If you like Star Wars or Star Trek and those type of movies that really build a world, it does that here. We have Nova Corps. We have a lot of world building things of the Cosmic Marvel Universe in this movie. So I'm not a big Cosmic fan, so I can't say this is my favorite Marvel movie of all time, but this is definitely one of my favorites of the year. It's just a fun time. It's a really fun movie. I mean, again, I do have other Marvel movies that are more my favorite because I like grounded movies a little bit more, but for a Cosmic movie and for someone that's not as big as a Cosmic fan, I really did enjoy this. I can't wait to see the sequel when that comes out years from now. So I'm going to give this 4.5 stars. So that was the non-spoiler portion of the review. Now, if you want to go to the spoiler portion, stay with me. If you don't, pause this video and then come back once you watch the movie. So let's get into the spoilers. I think one thing that made this movie so epic was bringing in the Infinity Gems and the way they did it, showing how strong these Infinity Gems are, and making Thanos, I would say, a little bit less of a villain and more, I would say less of a main villain, because of course he's a villain. He's less of the main villain, he's a little bit more in the back, because I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he's going to be the main villain with the Infinity Gauntlet, hopefully coming in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and we're going to see this all come together. But it was really Ronan, this puppet, who is the true villain. I think that's the interesting part of this movie, because mostly this movie is about the team coming together and destroying this Infinity Gem, and again, just really building that Marvel world in this, or the cosmic world into the Marvel universe. So love that idea. I like that they obviously brought in all those end credits like Thanos, the Collector, into this movie. We know a lot of the end credits had to do with this. I was a little disappointed that I couldn't find Nathan Fillion because I heard he had some cameo. Couldn't find him. Maybe the second time I see it, I'll find his cameo in the comments below. You can tell me where you saw him if you did see him, because I know he's in this movie. So that was a little disappointing that I didn't get to see him, but really, really good movie. And one thing, I gotta say, once I was watching this movie, I do have a theory on Skye. I really do think she's probably going to be Kree. And also, because the Kree was here, this also gives us more momentum for a Ms. Marvel movie. So, I have a feeling Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2 is going to dabble into a lot of these Guardians of the Galaxy stories, and again, Skye might be one of those. Maybe that's why they're waiting with the Skye reveal. So, as an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan, I think that's something I'm looking forward to. But again, really great movie. I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. And please tell me in the comments below what you thought about the movie. And also, don't forget to check out, I saw Lucy today also, so I have a movie review for that on Comic Frontline. And I'm going to talk about the ending credit scene over here on Comic Frontline also. So it's all annotated ending credit scene video and the Lucy video. So be sure to check that out, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.